the eternal city. I have seen the end of days, and years from now men will say, here began the fall of Rome.
The origins of the Huns remain a mystery. Most agree they came from the steppes of Central Asia, perhaps descended from the nomadic Xiongnu who once terrified China and provoked the building of the Great Wall, though others believe their roots lay in Kazakhstan or beyond. Roman writers could not explain them. They called them Scythians, Cimmerians. Whatever the truth, they appeared suddenly around 370, moving like a whirlwind across the plains. Around 370, the Huns crossed the Volga River and struck the Alans, breaking them apart and forcing some into alliance, others into flight. From there, they turned upon the Goths. The great Greuthungic king Ermanaric, unable to withstand the sudden assault, is said to have taken his own life, leaving his people broken. His successor, Vithimiris, fell in battle. By 376, most Thervingi realized that they could not resist the Huns. They went to the lower Danube, requesting asylum in the Roman Empire. Emperor Valens permitted the Thervingi to settle in the empire, but in 378, because of famine and abuse, the Thervingi revolted, which caused the Battle of Adrianople, followed by 4 more years of war. Their ability to appear out of nowhere made them seemingly impossible to defeat or defend against. Ammianus Marcellinus wrote that they seemed less like soldiers than phantoms. By the 300s and 90s, Hun raids reached deep into Roman lands. They stormed through Thrace, Syria, and Armenia, leaving scorched fields and broken cities. Some even crossed into Persia, threatening Ctesiphon itself before being defeated decisively. By 400 AD, the first undisputed historical king of the Huns, Uldin, ruled over Muntenia, east of the Olt River, with influence extending across the Danube. When the Gothic general Gainus attempted to settle north of the river with his followers, Uldin struck swiftly, defeated him, and sent his severed head to Emperor Arcadius in Constantinople. Soon after, he launched raids into Thrace with devastating effect. Despite his ferocity, Uldin was pragmatic. In 406, he allied with the Roman general Stilicho against the massive Gothic invasion led by Radagaisus. At the Battle of Faesulae, Hun cavalry encircled the enemy, leading to Radagaisus' capture and execution. Yet this cooperation was short-lived. By 408, the Huns were once again raiding the Balkans, seizing Castra Martis and striking terror into the provinces. Ozomen records Uldin boasting to a Roman envoy that, should he wish, he could subjugate every land touched by the sun's light. But many of his men deserted to the Romans, others perished in battle, and by 409 Uldin was decisively defeated. His authority weakened, his power waned in his final years, and he died in 412, succeeded by Charaton. Charaton received the Roman ambassador Olympiodorus sent by Honorius. Olympiodorus recounts Donatus and the Huns and the skillfulness of their kings in shooting with the bow. The author relates that he himself was sent on a mission to them and Donatus, and gives a tragic account of his wanderings and perils by the sea. How Donatus, being deceived by an oath, was unlawfully put to death. How Charaton, the first of the kings, being incensed by the murder, was appeased by presents from the emperor. Charaton was succeeded by Oktar and Rugila as co-rulers. The co-rule appears to have been organized geographically, with Rugila ruling the east and Oktar the west. During this period, the Huns reached the height of their power. In 422, the Huns made many raids into Thrace, bringing them close to Constantinople, resulting in a treaty whereby the Eastern Roman Empire agreed to pay an annual tribute of 350 and later to £700 of gold. In 430, during a campaign against the Burgundians near the Rhine, Oktar died suddenly. Following this, Rugila assumed sole authority over the Huns. In 432 to 433, some tribes from the Hunnic Confederation on the Danube fled to Roman territory and entered the service of Theodosius II. Rugila demanded the return of all fugitives. In 435, he died suddenly. Some attributed his death to a thunderbolt. He was succeeded by Bleda and Attila.